Why are dev teams moving away from Burp Suite? Burp Suite has been the gold standard for web security testing for over a decade. But in 2024 and 2025, development teams started looking for alternatives in record numbers. Burp Suite hasn't gotten worse, but development is now faster thanks to AI. Here are 5 reasons to consider alternatives to Burp Suite. 1. The speed bottleneck. In 2015, applications deployed quarterly. Security teams had weeks to configure scans and days to run them. In 2026, AI-assisted tools let developers generate complete APIs in minutes. Teams deploy multiple times daily. But Burp Suite's scan times? Still hours to days. When developers can generate a new API in 5 minutes, but have to wait 3 days for security results, the math just doesn't work. Development velocity increased 100 times, but security testing velocity stayed the same. 2. The workflow gap. Burp Suite was designed for security specialists, not developers. Findings appear in a separate interface developers have to actively check. Modern teams need results where they already work, such as pull request comments, Slack notifications, and JIRA tickets. When security findings live in a separate tool requiring specialized knowledge, developers might not see vulnerabilities for days or weeks. The workflow gap means vulnerabilities slip through simply because developers didn't know they existed. 3. The shadow API problem. Burp Suite uses manual configuration. You tell it what to scan, and it scans exactly that. But what about the internal microservices teams spun up? The deprecated endpoints still live? The testing APIs that accidentally made it to production? These are shadow APIs. Configuration-based scanners can't see them. You get a clean scan report while substantial portions of your attack surface go completely untested because those endpoints weren't in the config file. Manual configuration can't keep pace with the rate modern teams ship code. 4. The expertise barrier. Burp Suite's training programs range from 1-day courses to 5-day certifications. Users describe it as intimidating without a pen testing background. Modern development requires devs to own security for their own code, but when the security tool requires weeks of specialized training, devs can't self-serve. Security becomes a gatekeeper function instead of an enabler, which is the exact bottleneck shift-left practices were meant to get rid of. 5. The architecture mismatch. Burp Suite was designed for monolithic web apps, traditional request-response patterns, and server-rendered pages. Today's applications are single-page apps with complex routing, microservices architectures, cloud-native deployments, and GraphQL, REST, and gRPC all running together. The tool wasn't designed for modern applications, and that architectural mismatch creates friction at every step. What are the alternatives? These problems aren't unique to Burp Suite. They're legacy DAST problems. The alternatives solving these issues share common features. Automated discovery instead of manual config, scans in minutes, not hours, results in native developer tools, and architecture designed for modern CI/CD. Want detailed comparisons of the alternative solutions? Check out the full article linked in the description.